Boom! All right, Kenman here, and we've got a first. We have a Begg Knives. This is from the collection of Fred the Lug. He likes to send me some of his really cool stuff for us to check out, share with all of you, and then I'll pass it along to him or to whoever else he would like to have see it. Thanks again to Fred. Here it is, Begg Knives, because life doesn't come pre-sliced. Sliced? Sure. No cuts, no edits. We're in. Let's go. Thank you, Fred. Congratulations on your new knife. Boom. There it is. Little info card. Today, we're looking at the Begg Knives Bodega. Boom. Check it out. So this is the knife that was ripped off or copied from Harbor Freight. They had that model, the budget version at Harbor Freight. Anybody get one of those? I kind of knew about it, but never really checked one out. Never really checked out the actual bodega. Here it is, thanks to Fred. Let's enjoy this bad boy right here. What an interesting design. So this bodega has a what I think is D2 blade steel. That's what it says on the website. Didn't have any info on the box here. And it looks to be a highly polished and contoured micarta handle, which is very smooth. It's got a really nice feel to it. No jimps, rounded on the crown of the spine there and then knocked down up here. So it's very smooth everywhere. So ultimately the no jimps, I guess it fits with this section here. It's all smooth and rounded. But then boom, you've got your liner lock here with some heavy, deep teeth to it that stick out quite a bit. It's a little cut back in here, so you don't really need them stuck out that much. So it goes from that smooth, rounded flipper tab and everything on the back to this sharp, toothy lock, which isn't a bad lock. It's just, okay, they could have put the jimps on there. And then look back here. Crazy jimps, super thick on this back spacer. So much that there's two jimps on the end. Look at those. It's like an insect tail or something. That one there, that one there. You could probably nub that, use that to put a dent in my table. Got one of those lanyard holes that you can drive a truck through. Look at how wide that thing is. What kind of lanyard would you put on there? An enormous one. I don't know. So flipper tab only. The way this blade is designed and with this relief cut right here, you can't really get a hold of that at all. Not that they designed it to do that. So it is really literally flipper tab only. Let's check out that detent though. Look, I could barely get in there to pull it out. The detent is solid though. It pulls it in there really good. If I go to just push button fail it, look at that. It slams out. That doesn't... I don't think you're going to fail that. It's a large flipper tab. You can see that little scoop, that ramp looks like a shark fin. When you get on there, there's no jimps. I would almost like some jimps on there too, but no jimps on there. I guess keeps it smooth on this side. It's kind of rounded off too. But when you get in there, it doesn't take any work, and that is an effortless flip out there. That was I think I caught my palm with it. But generally that is going to open every time for you. This little ramp down right here, it's a little bit larger on the handle and then kind of scoops down, kind of a inverted harpoon, or I guess, but on the handle. It's kind of an interesting, almost like a single jimp. Does have a choke up spot. I think that hooked spot right there goes up straight. That should have been curved, maybe remove that much of it, kind of have it more at an angle like this and an angle straight. When I get in here like this with my finger, it kind of drops all the way in, and then it feels like it wants to bite me right there, and it kind of wants to see that it's kind of pushing against my finger. Now, if your finger is designed to drop all the way in there, if you had a skinny little finger like my pinky, you know, that doesn't seem to be an issue, but here, like, that just seems like it wants to bite. I feel like that could have been a little bit better. Blade is solid, no movement or play. Does have that really nice strong detent in there. centered quite nicely. I do like the way that looks with that cut right there. It kind of has like almost like a dagger kind of a cut, but that is definitely not sharp, nice and curved and rounded. A lot of speed holes across the middle of the blade with that fuller groove. See, that'd be kind of nice to use that. Like if they had that set just right, I could use that to flick it out. But generally that is only going to be, or it is only going to be flipper tab, it looks like, with this one. What do we think about this design? Anybody have this one and the Harbor Freight one to like a compare and contrast? I haven't really watched a lot of info on it. I've seen a couple of things, but it's been a while. And you never know what Fred's going to send next, so I got it. It's like, all right, well, we're reviewing this. Does have a nice little hollow grind right there. Cool little shape to it. Nice little curve across the back. Okay. Sorry, I get carried away making these. Having a good time. 7 1/8 end to end. 3 inches on the blade. You could say 3 1/4 at an angle, but it's really about a 3-inch blade with 2 3/4 on the cutting surface with a slight curve on the belly. And 4 1/8, almost 4 1/4 with those nubs on that handle length. Kind of a nice, not quite full-size user, really. 0.14, wow. Wow. So that 1.4 carries out to right about there and then kind of tapers off on the end. That is thick, and plus it's got that hollow grind on there. That seems like a slicey user. 0.54 on the handle. This little thin spot here, 0.79, just past it, up to 8.4. Thickest in the back with those jimps, if I can get to it. 1.07. Thickest on the blade, 1.11. And man, this battery has gone through this new stage of now I'm not going to flash and tell you I'm getting ready to die. I'm going to wait for a minute, then I'm going to flash and tell you I'm about to die. How is this battery doing this? A cheap caliper, and it's been a year of slowly fading away, but it's still going. It's still kicking. Kenman, you talk about that every video. I know, because it blows me away that that battery still works. 4.18. Just waiting for someone to tell me what the first video I used it in was and how long ago that actually was and when the battery started flashing. 4.18. Here's the drop bear, 3.29. So it's got a little bit of mass on the drop bear, even though it's not much different in size. Must be the liners are pretty thick and heavy in there, or the blade stock is kind of thicker. I don't mind it. I like a heavier blade, heavier knife, personally. All right, here's that Kaiser drop bear, great daily carry user, same size as your Pyrite, your bug out. This is a bug out killer all day. Tons of jimps on there. They took all the jimps from there and put them on here. I don't mind. So yeah, essentially this is the same size as your bug out. This is the Pyrite. This is your drop bear. It's that standard size. You know it, you love it, you carry them all the time because it's a great user size. Get yourself a drop bear if you don't have one. All right, the Begg Knives Bodega. This is a pass around, so it's essentially a new knife. Fred actually hasn't even had a chance to touch it yet, is what he told me. He bought it and was passing it around before he even got it. So what that guy, tell you what, he's great for the community. He's got some real good taste, got some beautiful knives, and then he shares them with all of us. Very fun stuff. All right, thanks again, Fred. Let's do a little paper cut test here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, mama is sharp. Whoop, caught it right there. This is very sharp. This is a 9.5. That is thick, but we're making curly cues. Got little piggy tails here. That is super slicey. Yeah, it's pretty much brand new. Probably hasn't cut much of anything, but that's what you get right out of the box with a Begg. I dig it. Are there any other knives from this company that I should be checking out right now? I know they make some high quality stuff. Looking at the website a little bit. Let's talk about it. What do you think about Bodega? Or Begg Knives and the bodega. This is some great stuff. Once again, thank you, Fred, for allowing us to check out some of your cool stuff. We'll get this packed up and shipped to you so you can enjoy it. That micarta handle is super smooth. You're going to dig it. I like that. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.